Good morning, guys. I am sorry that this video is late getting posted. It was a crazy morning in my house, and I did not have this pre-recorded, so I apologize. You are going to be reading chapter 7 in Shiloh today, and there are no questions for you to do today. Then I wanted to go over the pre-assessment that you guys did on Monday. So I've made a PowerPoint going over the meaning of each spot and labeling it correctly for you. And then on the last slide, I'm going to actually have you fill that out again using the notes. And hopefully this will make a little bit more sense for you, okay? So plot. Plot is a fancy word of just saying what happens in the story, retelling those major events. So last year, you guys may have done beginning, middle, end. Somebody won it, but so then. You were just telling me what happened in the story, including all the major things. So this is a plot diagram. Okay. So there are 5 spots. The first spot is the exposition, and I want you guys to think of this as like a roller coaster. So exposition is the beginning. This is where you get on the roller coaster. This is where the people are going to tell you the safety rules, things like that, give you some background information. Same with the story. This is the background information. You're going to tell me who are the characters, what is the setting, giving me some important details that I would know. So if we were talking about Shiloh right here, we would say Marty, Judd, Shiloh, Ma, Dad, Becky, Darlin, all those main characters, and give a quick description of them, okay? And then if we were talking about the setting, we would say Friendly, Sisterville, West Virginia, okay? Then the rising action. If you notice rising action, it's going up. So think of this as the roller coaster part where you're going up that first hill, chugga, 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 kind of going up. Some feelings are starting to develop. You're getting kind of nervous. Okay. Then the top, you're at the very top of the hill. That is where you're like, oh my gosh, what's about to happen? Okay. That is where your stomach starts to turn. You're getting excited. Okay. Then falling action, that is where you come back down. You're coming down that hill, starting to go towards the end of the roller coaster. And then the resolution, that is the end of the ride. Okay. So I'm going to go into those a little bit more in detail. Okay. So exposition. So I already talked about this one with you guys a little bit. And that is where you're telling me the characters and the setting. And we already gave that example. So I won't spend too much time on this one. The second spot on the plot diagram is the rising action. These are where you're going to tell me the main events, what is happening in the story, the important things. You're not going to tell me every little detail, just the things that you think are the most important. This is also where the problem is introduced in a story. So right now in Shiloh, we are in the rising action, okay? Our problem is we know that Marty wants Shiloh, but he belongs to Judd, and Judd's trying to get him back, and he's now having to keep a secret, right? Next is the climax. That's the most important part of the story, the OMG, what's going to happen next? I have to know what's going to happen. I can't put down the book. We are not at this spot yet, okay? This comes in between the middle and the end of the book. Then the falling action. These are the events that happen after the climax that kind of lead to the end of the book. This is where the main character is starting to solve the problem, but the problem has not been solved yet. And then the resolution, this is the end of the story. This is where the main problem is solved, and we kind of get our happy ending most of the time. And then now you are going to do this last slide. And over here, you are going to label each part. So, example, what was the first one? We know that's the exposition. I would drag the exposition over here and then label each part. And then you are going to grab the definition and match it to each one. And I will also have a Quizlet link a Quizlet link posted on Friday to help you practice those definitions. And something I want you to notice, the rising action line is longer than the following action. That's because most of our story is going to take place right here in this rising action. That's where most of our major events happen. So if I was filling out a standard plot diagram, I'd probably have 4 or 5 events right here. And I'm only going to have maybe 2 or 3. So more is happening in the story here than it is happening here. Okay. So once you have filled this out and drag and drop these pieces, please turn this back in so that you get your participation points for the day. And then make sure you read chapter 7. If you are someone who has left your book at school, remember there is a PDF copy on Google Classroom in the stream. All you have to do is go to class, go to stream, and then come right here where it says if you forgot a copy, and you can just click on that. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me. I am on planning until 10:45, or you can always comment on the assignment. Also, don't forget any missing assignments or assignments you are redoing are due by 8 o'clock tonight. If I get them after 8 o'clock, they are not going to be able to be added into the grade book. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the day.